Finalists in the heavyweight class, Jeremiah Christian from Long Beach, California. He weighed in at 280 pounds. And this 35-year-old is quite a veteran here. This is his fourth year. Russ talked to him about the various aspects of wrist wrestling.
It's actually a disadvantage to have a long arm, but it's an advantage to have a long hand. So usually, obviously, the two go together. So it's not necessarily true. See, their arm wrestling on the end of your arm.
Come over here just a little bit.
Their arm wrestling on the end of your arm. And so they're all the way out on the end of your arm. Just like if you stuck a stick on the end of your arm, and they got the arm wrestle on the end of the stick, they'd have more leverage yet. Your power's in here, and so long arm's not an advantage. And it also, what it does is it places you further back because of the distance they make you stay away. This gets this arch. So I wind up starting back here. If you're short, like Tommy Overholster, barrel-chested like a bench presser, you get this kind of effect, almost an instant bench press. Whereas a guy like you or me, you know, we got this long stretch bench press. Well, arm wrestling's the same way. So I get an arch about like this, and they get to get their shoulder in there. And in the Petaluma style, where tucking is a little more effective than in some of the other arm wrestling, it's very important to start close. So it's not really an advantage, but the big hand is. I got a big hand.
You certainly do. How about the quick start? That's got to be something you got to be concerned about.
Yeah, quick start's absolutely essential. There's no question about that. And split-second timing, jumping the refs, you know, it's just incredible. Their guys are quick, incredibly quick.
Okay, Jeremiah Christian and his opponent, Floyd Watson, 32-year-old construction worker, and he only weighed in at 219 pounds, so he's giving away over 60 pounds. He's mostly competed in local tournaments, so he has given away a lot of weight, and he's giving away a lot of experience.
And Bob, Jeremiah keeps talking about quickness, but I guarantee you he is one strong individual.
I need some shoulder here. I need that. Okay, if you'll stay in that position, that's fine.
Well, these referees really have to work, don't they?
Stay right on top of it. And as we mentioned before, the grip is so important.
Okay, and Jeremiah got after that quick start he talked about. Jeremiah Christian after a really quick start against Floyd Watson.
And you see both of them, Bob, trying to roll their shoulder into their hands and try and give it a little bit more push.
Referee having a lot of trouble keeping Jeremiah's elbow on the table. Well, they really have those shoulders round behind it, don't they? And Jeremiah Christian wins it. And Jeremiah Christian has beaten Floyd Watson, and he will go into the finals. He'll be meeting Virgil Asiera, who defeated Rick Zumwalt in the other heavyweight semis. Now the finals of the men's heavyweight division. It'll be Jeremiah Christian from Long Beach, California on the right against Virgil Asiera from Cerritos, California. Asiera was the champion in 1976. Yeah, this should be some match, Russ.
You know, during the day, these men really have an awful lot of respect for each other. They've talked back and forth. This has really been a good group. I've really enjoyed doing this, Bob. There's a lot of camaraderie between these guys.
Let's listen to referee Ted Pollock.
Want the chest back a little. Virgil, if you want to come in a little bit on your side, you have a longer arm, I believe you can. Okay, okay. Straighten that, Jeremiah.
280 pounds.
Now, let's straighten this wrist a little bit. Yep. Jeremiah, you're coming in too much. I feel too much pressure there. I feel too much pressure there. Jeremiah, I feel too much pressure there.
I don't believe I'm one.
They want to get this just as even as possible.
You mentioned earlier that Jeremiah is about 6'5" and 280. Virgil is no smaller. And go Virgil.
Yeah. You both feel comfortable in that position. You, Jeremiah. You breathe.
Asiera is really strong. He can do one-arm curls with 200-pound weights, and they're off. Looks like Christian got off to a pretty good start, Russ.
It's pretty even right now. The right up, straight up, and it looks like Jeremiah's trying to roll his shoulder into it. Virgil's got that lean back technique pulling in towards him. Look at those arms. Look at that strain on the elbow.
280 pounds behind that. Boy, look at that intensity.
Watch the elbow. Watch the elbow.
Watch the elbow. One default.
One default. Three and you're out of the match for lifting the elbow off the table.
Jeremiah just got his... It looks like
Okay, Jeremiah has won it. Jeremiah Christian has won it. After 4 attempts, Jeremiah Christian is the World Wrist Wrestling Champion. In the lightweight division, the winner was Kim Edwards, and in the men's middleweight division, the winner was Clay Rosenkrantz. Oh, Russ, it's really been fun here, and you can be sure I'm going to be ready to wrist wrestle you next year. So long from Petaluma and the World Wrist Wrestling Championships.